problems that we are facing as a country and as a world, I'm feeling very hopeful. I'm feeling very optimistic, and I'm feeling very positive about the future because of the young people that you see sitting around the room today who are already caring about looking into and trying to figure out how to help solve these very complex problems.
And these were real problems. These were real things that we're working on, and we put them out there for the students to work on. And it's amazing what a fresh set of eyes can bring. And you put away the biases and all the things we know and the things we don't know. And what you're going to hear are some pretty innovative ideas that we're actually going to use.
We feel truly blessed. Last time when we talked about the big idea behind this program is to connect these students with their community leaders. Maureen from Evergreen stepped up and said, yeah, let's do something, let's do it big.
My name is Max Langston, this is Austin Westover, and Tom McCabe, and we'll be presenting to you. We'll be presenting to you about Evergreen gave us a problem, and we try to create a solution for it. So 20 billion people worldwide, or 2 billion people, sorry, worldwide, yearly deal with infectious diseases. And EvergreenHealth came to us to help kind of reduce that number down a little bit with their new travel medication line. With that being said, travelers near EvergreenHealth traveling to third world countries need to know that EvergreenHealth supplies travel medications and information about infectious diseases because some diseases can be very harmful and sometimes deadly. Because of the lack of foot traffic into the infectious disease clinic at EvergreenHealth, we can conclude that travelers aren't fully aware of what travel medications are and what their importance is. With new marketing strategies, with the products that we came up with, we can hopefully increase the number of people coming into the infectious disease clinic and help them have a safer trip and service overall wherever they're going.
So our first prototype that we made was a travel medication flyer. And our travel medication flyer represents what is needed to raise awareness for people traveling abroad. It implements what travel medication is and where it's available. We have also incorporated a map of the globe that it shows that the darker areas on the map are have the most infectious disease deaths. And travel medication is huge. It's crucial to reducing the amount of infectious disease deaths. There's an estimated 7.5 million lives saved over the last 10 years. So we think that this is really important to getting the message out.
For a second prototype, we created a brochure. It was something simple, but something that worked well. It provided travelers with the information they needed on what travel medicine is, where they can get it, and why it is essential that they get it. This can be placed anywhere from stores to the hospitals to travel agencies, so however the person gets it, they are informed. Then I decided to try something. I booked a ticket to Sierra Leone from SeaTac Airport. It was going to take me 3 days to get there on 3 different planes, but I would get there. The reason this was important is because at the time this ticket was booked, Sierra Leone was one of 2 countries on the CDC's no-fly list. They had Ebola at that time, and that meant non-essential travel should not happen. So, our idea came from that. The idea that there was no warning on the ticket that I checked. Nowhere did it say, you know, the Bahamas are pretty nice this time of year. Maybe we should go here. Thankfully, that country's now off that list, but I still found it shocking that there was no warning. And so, that is where our third and final prototype came from.
Building off of the Delta idea, we found that Delta Airlines is currently the leading airline to fly to third world countries from Seattle itself. So when we were checking out and buying this ticket, we found that there were no warning signs at all, nothing that told us what infectious diseases were there or to avoid traveling there at all. So basically, we came up with partnering EvergreenHealth with Delta Airlines in place to put in the warning signs. And the warning signs will go along the lines of saying what diseases were present in that area, and also have contact information for EvergreenHealth, so you can contact them.
Justifications for something like this are self-evident. Anything that's pure goal is to help save lives is justification in itself. By having 3 prototypes rather than 1, we are simply helping to save more lives and help inform people with this crucial information. The major barriers that we face, we're trying to keep our ideas focused just on Evergreen and not worldwide. But one day we do feel that these ideas should be implemented worldwide.
Just hold the mic straight up and closer to your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, move it closer.
So these ideas should be implemented worldwide because they can help people everywhere.
With these 3 prototypes, we believe that not only will it benefit travelers traveling abroad, but it will most likely benefit EvergreenHealth and their infectious disease clinic. With these prototypes, we believe we can reach our goal and EvergreenHealth's goal by reducing the amount of infectious diseases around the globe. And with that being said, we just want to thank everybody for allowing us to be here in EvergreenHealth, for giving us the opportunity to speak to you guys. So thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Anna Bayaneda, and these are my partners, Ty Potter and Erik Anderson. And as a group, our challenge was to inform people about the importance of travel medicine and to bring awareness to the Evergreen Travel Medicine Clinics. A recent national travel survey concluded that out of 1,000 men and women, 63% of travelers reported that they or a travel companion have gotten sick while on vacation. To combat this problem, travel medicine clinics provide people with the necessary tips, precautions, and vaccinations needed to have a safe traveling experience. This type of clinic was acquired by Evergreen in March and consists of 3 doctors. When we went to Evergreen, we were told that they had projected that each doctor was to receive about 14 patients a month, totaling to be about 160 visits for every doctor each year. Currently, each doctor only sees about 4 patients a month. Our solution to this problem was to create an interactive website page for the Evergreen Travel Medicine Clinic. Now here is my partner Ty to discuss how we arrived at this solution.
Okay, so we started out with 3 main demographics. People traveling the country, traveling the world for business, students traveling abroad for school, and parents traveling with their family for like vacation. We decided to focus mostly on parents because people traveling for business wouldn't typically go to countries with like big infectious disease or like hazardous water supplies and stuff like that. And students traveling abroad can possibly get their shots and advice through the school. And parents are also the main foot traffic through the clinic currently. And to gain empathy for the project, we interviewed people who had their trips cut short or ruined from getting sick, or people in their group getting sick. And we also went on to like the Swedish website to see how they advertise their infectious disease ward and their travel medication. And tell you more about our website here.
So after looking at Evergreen's website, we decided to go with the same kind of format to help them easily integrate into their website. So our webpage, we first started off with making a map, and with that map we made it interactive. So when you hover your mouse over a place, say like Australia, you could see what kind of shots you need, vaccinations, or any other health risks in the country at the time. This would make it fast and easy for anyone who wants to find this information that our patients have Evergreen or not to get this information. And also, we added dots on the map. So after using feedback, we added dots on the map so that people could see where other people have traveled and get information back from them.
Well, we would just like to thank you all for listening to our presentation, and a special thanks to EvergreenHealth for giving us this challenge. And if you have any questions, we would be happy to answer them.
I'm Laura Brockway, this is Cory Flynn, Jerry Lau, and Connor McNeil. And so the problem that EvergreenHealth faced us with was to incorporate a new pain system, like sort of pain algorithm, into their nurses' day-to-day system. And so what we did is we found that the nurses at Evergreen use tablets every day, and so we kind of made the connection that we could take this in a technology stance and incorporate a new system for their pain algorithm onto their tablets.
So our users were part and full-time nurses that need an easier way to access the new care management algorithm.
in order to improve the efficiency and consistency of pain treatment at Evergreen Hospital. Alright, so after we got our project and our prompt, we contacted Lorraine and the Evergreen IT guys, and what we learned was that nurses were have a really busy schedule, and fitting a new pain algorithm for every nurse to acknowledge was really difficult, and due to their schedules and people working part-time and all that. So what we thought was, like Laura said, we're going to incorporate it into their current software system on their tablets, and we thought that this would be the most effective way to have nurses have access to the algorithm, which would make a smoother experience for both nurses and patients.
All right, so they already have an existing software, and this is sort of an example that we used. We we retrofitted an already existing software, which a majority of hospitals already use in the tablets, and it actually, show you guys the microphone, they actually run on the tablet. And what you guys are seeing is what I'm seeing on the tablet. So we wanted this to be as easy to use as possible. The easier it is, the lower risk you have of screwing something up. So the way this program works is we're going to go do pain rotation. So if I'm treating my man Jerry, so say Jerry is having some issues like gas pain. We can choose a bunch of different plans. We have prescription options and then non-prescription options. Excuse the twitching mouse. We'll choose one of the options, and so basically get Jerry to move up and walk around. And we also wanted to make sure that it was kept track of. A lot of times nurses will write these down on boards, but we figured we might as well incorporate that into the actual tablet design already. So we go to history, and it'll actually show up in the recent medical history, as well as, say Jerry is having incisional pain. Really sorry about this. Incisional pain, and say he needs something a little bit stronger. So we're going to do oxycodone. I go to history, and it'll actually show up in the past medical history for oxycodone 5 milligrams, which is so the way we designed this out, I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible and keep it as plain as possible. We took the already existing UI, and then I just kind of filled in the application and the coding for really all the buttons that work.
So as you guys can see, we feel this is the most simple and effective way to incorporate this new pain management system into EvergreenHealth. And so
just a quick question. Can I have a show of hands on who owns a tablet or a smartphone? So almost everybody. So right now we're living in the digital age, and technologies keep evolving more and more as we go. And we think this software update for this current UI for the nurses would be the best way to do it. Usually, because it would be a better way for the hospital to incorporate something without changing much, spending more money on stuff. And we think this would be the best option for to incorporate this pain algorithm.
Extremely grateful for the district and our building administrators for supporting a course like this at Eastlake High School. We're incredibly grateful for EvergreenHealth stepping up and being willing to kind of tackle this with us. They were new to the design process, and Maureen was instrumental in setting up the entire design challenge for these students. We got to go to EvergreenHealth. They went to the campus. They did their empathy research. They put tons of hours into the research and coming up with that, and then went back to EvergreenHealth, and that was all because Lorraine had scheduled all of that. So I just want to give a round of applause to all of those who've been involved in helping this class be what it is. So thank you.